Have you ever wished you could pull a tray of perfectly shaped Christmas cookies straight from your own cozy kitchen? Today I'm sharing my simple chewy gingerbread recipe that turns into the sweetest little gingerbread men, Christmas trees, and candy canes. Hi, I'm Ro. Thanks so much for being here. Let's get baking. So I'm starting with the flour and all those cozy Christmas spices. Ginger, cinnamon, cloves, and a little touch of nutmeg. I add everything into a bowl and pass it through a sieve to keep the mixture light and smooth. And don't worry about keeping track of amounts. All the ingredients and measurements are listed for you in the description box. Now it's time for the wet ingredients, all by hand with a spatula, no mixer needed. I start by creaming the softened butter with the brown sugar until it's nice and fluffy. Then I add the egg, I've got the vanilla ready, and in a tiny separate bowl, I mix the honey with a bit of extra brown sugar to make a simple homemade molasses substitute. Finally, I fold that in, and just like that, we've got this rich, golden, cozy, Christmas-scented mixture ready for the cookies. Now I'm folding the dry ingredients into the wet until it comes together into a soft dough. I wrap it in cling wrap and chill it in the fridge. A couple of hours is enough, but I left it overnight since it was late. Chilling really helps the dough get that perfect holiday texture. Since there's quite a lot of dough, I like to divide it into two and work in stages. I roll out one portion at a time, and with so many cookie cutters to choose from, I wasn't sure which ones to pick. But for this batch, I went with these shapes: gingerbread men, Christmas trees, and candy canes. Then they go into the oven at 175°C for about 10 to 12 minutes, until the edges are set, but the center stays soft. And the smell while they bake? Pure holiday magic. A little tip: roll the dough to about a 1/4 inch thick. This helps the cookies bake evenly and hold their shape. Once the cookies have cooled, it's time to add a little festive touch. I'm making a simple glaze with sifted powdered sugar, a splash of milk, and a touch of vanilla. Just enough to add a few cute details on top of the cookies. Nothing too fancy. First, I want to show you the texture and consistency. It's thick enough that when I drizzle it back on itself, the ribbons hold for a few seconds before settling. Then I put the glaze into a Ziploc bag and cut a tiny corner to make it easy to pipe. This is perfect for simple outlines and little touches that make the cookies feel extra special. And that's it. Simple, sweet, and full of holiday charm. I love wrapping each cookie in a little bag to share with friends and family. It really makes the holidays feel extra warm. If you try this recipe at home, I'd love to hear how your cookies turn out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And from my kitchen to yours, happy holidays.